everyone, and welcome back to another super cool radio interview. I'm your host, Matthew Thomas. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am very excited because I have a great guest joining me at this time. She needs no introduction, but I will give her one anyway. She's a vocalist for Deadlands. Please welcome back to the podcast, Kasey Karlsen.
Hello, thank you so much for having me.
Of course, it's awesome to chat with you again.
Dude, I'm so happy to be here. I'm so excited. We have lots to catch up on.
Oh, definitely. But you know what? I want to start with a fun question before we start diving into everything Deadlands has been up to. So I'm curious for you, if you're working out and you ever hit that point where you're starting to struggle, what is your go-to song that I need an extra boost? What song are you picking?
Oh, man. Okay. There's two bands that I've been just three, relentlessly playing in the gym lately. First and foremost, I gotta shout out my boys in Resistor. They're absolutely fantastic. I love their song, Are You Happy Now? I think it's their most popular. But they also just came out with a song called Mutt. So good. Midwinter is fantastic. I've been going back through their earlier discography, and the song MIA really blew me away. I just discovered it literally 2 days ago. I was like, oh my god, this is insane. And then The Pretty Wild just dropped their new album. Infrared has been getting me through a lot of struggle sessions. So those three I think are the top.
Fantastic combination of songs. For me, it's probably the most random song that if you grew up in this time period, you probably know what it is, but Party Hard by Andrew WK.
I don't know if I know that one.
Okay. Yeah,
I probably would by the sound of it. When did you grow up?
Early 2000s, so...
So did I. I probably know it. I have to know it. I'll look it up after we're done.
You definitely should. You should treat yourself.
Okay, will do.
But now let's start focusing on Deadlands, because obviously you guys have some very exciting things coming up for 2026. But before we talk about 2026, how was it touring with Scene Queen?
Oh, dude, it was so good. I mean, Scene Queen and Girli are both just awesome. Both of their camps were amazing. Everybody was so welcoming and nice and just so... It could not have been a better first support tour for us, and we were just so grateful that we got that opportunity. And everybody was just so beyond talented and kind, and it was just great all around. Loved it. And the fans too, dude. Sorry, Hannah, but they were the best part. They were absolutely incredible. They were throwing it down. The energy was insane, dude. We were having the crowd sing Die in Paradise, and they were screaming it louder and louder and louder every single night. It was insane.
That sounds awesome. I've seen some of the reels from the tour and stuff, and it just looked like, all of you guys just were having a very fun time. So I'm glad it actually, that was happening on and off the stage as well. So I'm very happy for you guys.
Thank you.
So what were some the most memorable standouts from that tour?
I mean, Die in Paradise every night, dude. That was so crazy. That everybody had incredible presence when it came to that. So I definitely loved that. That was one of the standouts for sure. Every single night. I mean, just going to the merch table after the show is also so nice. I mean, even in between sets, we'd go after our set, after Girli's set, after Scene Queen's set, and the merch table line would be down the venue. It was insane. And we had no idea that people would care about us so much. And it was just, to be an opener and to have people care about you that much is really, really crazy. And it just, blew our minds every night, for sure.
Well, I'm really glad to hear that, obviously, well received with, support, but also with that, just with all three bands, with Girli and Scene Queen, you guys, it all worked together. Just all the bands just really just meshed together, really well, just musically. So I'm glad that the crowd received you guys really well.
Thank you.
Focusing on, you guys have a very cool tour, I believe, starting in April coming up. How excited are you for this upcoming tour?
You have no idea. I'm just as excited as I was for the Scene Queen and Girli tour. Maybe even more so excited because it's longer and because there is another band on the bill that we can all have fun with, you know? And I've been homies with everyone in Vana for a while now, you know, like probably over a year or so. And they are just the coolest people ever. I mean, we've been talking to everybody in Cloudyfield, in Red Hook, and everybody's everyone's just as excited. Everybody is talking amongst each other. Nobody is like, oh, like I can't like talk to you. I don't know you. Everybody's just been talking and having conversations. We're all like, we're so stoked for tour. And I feel like this is going to be even more exciting because everybody is already so connected. It's really sick.
Oh yeah, especially, I mean, it's only January, and the tour kicks off, April. So even building up to it, you guys already building rapport with that, I think is very cool to see. Have you performed or like toured with any of these bands before?
I have not actually. Although I have seen Vana a few times, and she crushes every single time. I cannot wait to see Red Hook and Cloudyfield. Red Hook especially because I know their song Dead Walk, and they're from Australia. So like the fact that they're coming here and I get to watch them every night, dude, it's just gonna be killer.
Oh, definitely, definitely. So for anyone who's, let's say, not familiar with this tour, what can they expect?
Oof. Lots of genre blending and bending, I would say. Batty Core Central, perhaps. I think that kind of tops it off. It's like a mixed bill. And the same thing that you kind of said with Scene Queen, it's just the blending of a bunch of different bands that just fit so very well on a bill, and I feel like it highlights all the parts of Vana that make Vana Vana. And it's just going to be sick.
Oh, definitely. And I believe this is our first headlining tour, I believe.
I think it is. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, which I'm probably incorrect, but I believe VIP is sold out. And I know tickets are selling pretty fast. So I would say if anybody is like teetering, I would say get it before it's gone.
Oh yeah, definitely. But like with a bill like that, especially your first headlining tour, it should be expected.
Yes, exactly.
VIP with the ticket sales being low, that definitely, yeah. Grab them if you can. If they're coming to an area, don't pass it up either. It's going to be a fantastic show.
Thank you.
Of course. But kind of going along with that, so focus on Deadlands for this upcoming tour. Can you give any hints what the set list is going to look like?
Ooh. I don't know if I can, honestly, because I don't really know what's going to be on the set list. I mean, I'll tell you what. There's definitely going to be some songs from Seven on there. But we might sprinkle in some new stuff. That just depends on how recording the album goes and how swiftly it gets done, I guess.
Basically, you have to be at one of the shows to find out.
Exactly.
But kind of we've talked a lot about touring, so I'm curious for you, like, how do you prepare, especially for a lengthy tour like this upcoming one?
Ooh, so I have been training. I just started like January 2nd or 3rd. But what I've been trying to focus on is something called your VO2 max. And I mean, listen, I'm no scientist, I'm no biologist or whatever, but from my understanding, it's essentially how fast your body can take in oxygen in your bloodstream. So, like, metabolizing it, essentially, as far as I can get it. And so I have been, and normally I run the set on the treadmill whenever we rehearse. I've been running uphill on the treadmill. Like, I've been running at like a 10 incline on the treadmill, and it's hell. But I think and hope it's working.
I hope so as well. The max I went on like an incline was like 7, and I thought my back was gonna like die. So 10 that's extreme. So yeah. I hope it is working.
Thank you. I hope so too. I'd be really upset if it was all for naught.
Oh, well, I'm confident it's gonna work out. But I will say, funny treadmill story. This literally just happened to me last night. So like for me, once I start on the treadmill, like I don't like to stop because my body just does not like to stop and start again.
Amazing.
Yeah, so great to always fight. I'm like 7 minutes in, and I'm usually on the treadmill for like 50 minutes. So I'm like 7 minutes in, my treadmill just shuts off. So I'm just like, this is great. This is just fun. So yeah, I did not have a good workout last night, I can tell you that.
Well, I'm so sorry. I hope. Did you have a good one today, or are you going to have a good one tonight?
I hope so.
I hope
That's
so.
that's the goal always, but we will find out. But what I do, because I'm just so good at working out, that I start at 11:30 p.m. and then I work out till like early morning, so that it covers 2 days for me.
Wow. That is hardcore, dude. Good for you.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
When I start working out, I don't stop till the next day.
Amazing. That's actually a good hack. I'm gonna use it.
So it sounds way more impressive on a resume too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Working out for an entire day. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, that also probably does not help my sleep schedule though.
No, definitely not.
Yeah. But focusing back on Deadlands and the upcoming tour. So I'm curious for you. So like with like performances and like upcoming shows and tours, like do you ever feel like nerves or butterflies like before a performance, or are you more accustomed to it and just show up and rock?
I think I definitely still get nervous. I still get the butterflies towards the beginning of tour, when it's not necessarily like muscle memory, because I am also like so self-conscious about my singing, because I was never really a singer. I like, it's so funny because I've heard Courtney LaPlante talk about the same thing, but like I kind of stumbled into singing accidentally, and like I always liked it, but I just never thought that I was good enough to really go anywhere with it. So I put it in the impossible dream pile, as I like to call it. So the first couple of shows I do get nervous, and I'm always like, what are people gonna think? Like, and at the end of the day, like, there's gonna be more shows, and I know as long as I'm putting my best effort in and giving 100% of the energy, people are not looking for perfection at shows. And I try to be a little bit more forgiving with myself, especially because I do try my best. Especially because like on tour, my diet is crazy. Like I don't have dairy, I don't have spicy foods, I try to avoid citric acid. I essentially cut out like all the good stuff, and I live off of like almond milk and after show food. It's really bad. I'm trying to work it out, but because I have to basically be vegan. Like maybe I can have like grilled chicken or something, but nothing exciting. So I just know that I'm trying my best, I'm doing my best, and that's the thing that at the end of the night, at least if I feel like I don't have a great show and the audience enjoys it, at least I can say that I did my best and the audience had fun, because that's all that matters.
Oh yeah, it's just that like genuine connection. I don't think people expect like perfection at shows, but when I saw you live with Nina Strauss, I thought it was fantastic. I had a great time with all the bands who were there. So I think yeah, and again, at least for me, I'll speak for like me personally. It's always just about having fun when I go to shows, and I think that's that comes through in the music, and you can see like the excitement and the genuineness with the musicians who are playing.
Exactly.
Kind of curious. So with you, like when you started your journey of being a vocalist, did you see as like you're gonna like come this far, with your journey so far?
No, not even in the slightest. I mean, like, I always had a passion for it, well, granted, I had a passion for it as soon as I really got into it. As soon as I got into metal, I was probably 13 at that point. I had posted some covers on YouTube. They're pretty garbage. They're still up, actually. Like, they had never really gone anywhere. But the production was pretty crappy. And so I was like, whatever, like, I'll keep it as a hobby. And then I met CJ, and he had sold me his computer. He taught me how to use Logic. like very basic Logic. And I started doing covers. He actually recorded my first viral cover, which was To the Hellfire. And it got like 800,000 views. I was like, wow, like people actually really like this, and I should definitely keep this up and take advantage of it. And so I did, and that's when CJ sold me his laptop, and the rest is history.
It's always funny, like, people start off just, with, kind of smaller things and, like, not the best production. I know, like, when I first started this, I look back and I cringe myself just because I've seen how far I've come with this. So I'm just like, that is, I mean, it's still up. I still, people will still talk to me about it. And I go, yeah, that's when I first started 7 years ago. But
yeah,
but it's always cool, just like the progression and just seeing, how, you and Deadlands have progressed over these years is just incredible.
Exactly. And that's why I keep all of my old stuff up. This is totally, I mean, kind of off topic, not really, but it makes me giggle because I saw in a comment section somewhere that people were saying there was a theory that I was an industry plant. And I was like, yo, that is crazy. And I can understand why they think that because everything seemingly happens so quick. But really, like, I have done everything myself, and I don't know. I just find it funny when people say that. So it makes me giggle.
Yeah,
I'm like, if you think that I am that I came up that fast and am that well polished that I seem like an industry plant, I will take that as a damn compliment, man, for sure.
I feel like almost like every band nowadays, or just like anyone, even on the internet, is like an industry plant of some sort.
Oh, yeah.
And I do find it funny, and I do like see like some of the bands that I followed. You always see those few comments where, oh, they're industry plant or whatever, and knowing the musicians behind it, or anyone, any kind of content creator behind it, I go, oh well, if you think that way, fine. But I can tell you otherwise.
Yeah, exactly. It's so funny. I mean, there's definitely some industry plants out there. Like I mean, I'm gonna be a little controversial when I say this, but and as good as they are, I feel like President might be that, because they out the gate were just a bunch of monthlies and giant festivals. Wasn't their first show like Rockville or something?
Download.
Something insane. Yeah. So that maybe.
There are, like, I'm not saying there no industry plants exist, but yeah, President. I was actually gonna do a video on it, but then I got busy with life. So a summary of my thoughts is, well, because the vocalist for it, he was in another band that was like super popular. So
right, Busted, right?
Something like that.
I think it was. I think CJ talks about this all the time. I think it was the band that originally made Year 3000 by the Jonas Brothers.
I think so.
I think that's what it is. Yes. Is that considered an industry plant if it's their own personal? I don't know.
I don't know how a lot of it works, but I think, I think they have a lot of backing already to begin with, and that is how they had Download Festival as their first show before a single was even released.
Yeah.
Which, again, it's fine, it is what it is, but then I think the interview he did later saying that it was not, that he was not, and it was all organic and all of that, I don't think that made it any better.
Yeah, definitely not. Because, like, when you look at it, dude, like, how do you not have a single out? And your first show is a European festival. Are they a European band? If it is European and they're not a European band, that'd be Maybe. Really crazy.
I think he's British, so yes.
Okay. So at least it's a little less apparent, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't fully look into it. I was like, there's enough people commenting on it. I don't need to comment on it as well.
Yeah,
but
I knew about it anyway.
Yeah,
whatever.
It is what it is. I mean, either people like it, choose to support it, or they don't like it and not support it. Up to them.
Exactly.
Freedom of choice.
Exactly. Whatever.
Took a side turn there, but
sorry.
All good. But I do got a couple fun questions before we head out.
Okay.
So I'm curious for you, if you were in charge of making a tour for Deadlands that had 3 bands you've never toured with or performed with before, who would they be?
Oof. Okay. I gotta say the Pretty Wild, because that's a no-brainer. All right. I love those girls. They're so talented. We need to perform Kundalini live. I would love to do that. And then I guess we'll go. Can be any band.
Anyone you like.
Oh my god, this is a loaded question. I'm like trying to think of like what band have I really been digging my teeth into? I mean, I guess I could say Bad Omens to have more of that. I guess I don't want to say mixed bill, but I've been cracking back into Death of Peace of Mind, and it's just a banger of a record. It's so good. So I guess we'll go with Bad Omens too.
That would be solid.
That would be so.
Very solid. If that happens, I will definitely be on one of those tour dates. Just rocking out with all those bands.
Hell yeah. Love to hear it. I will make sure. I'll call Bad Omens up right now and say, bring us on tour. That's great. Yeah.
I'm sure you got the connection. I'm sure you're good.
Oh, totally, yeah.
For me, if I had to choose for Deadlands, I was thinking Avenged Sevenfold and Rise Against.
Oh, your choices were so sick. I don't know why I didn't even think of Avenged Sevenfold. I literally completely drew a blank. That would be sick. And Rise Against is also very sick, but I'm a longtime fan of Avenged Sevenfold. So that would be so silly for me not to mention that. I'm going to add that onto mine too. Thank you for that.
Oh yeah, no, that has to happen at some point.
That'd be sick. Insane.
So it will get there. It will get there at some point. And I, again, will be at one of those shows because I would not miss that.
Dude, I would not miss that either. Not gonna lie. Even if my band's on the bill, I'm not gonna miss it.
I would hope not. All right, so I got a couple fun questions that I've been asking my guests lately. Actually, well, this question I've not asked in a while. I'm bringing it back now, though. So I'm curious for you, if you're running late and you have to be somewhere in a short amount of time, what song are you listening to on the drive over there?
It's got to be fast. It's got to be a fast song. Holy. This is a great question, dude. Oh my god, you're so
No ghostwriters, all original.
Oh, well, there you go. There you go. All the best comes from original minds. Okay. Maybe Backcountry. I'll say Backcountry because I feel like I gotta give some love to Avenged. I was gonna say a song by the Pretty Wild, but then I was like, nah, I'll throw it to Avenged because Backcountry has definitely gotten me close to some speeding tickets. But not successfully never got them. Knock on wood.
Nice. Hopefully that does not change.
Yeah. Don't speed, anybody. Thank you.
Practice responsible driving. It's important.
Correct.
For me, though, actually, it's funny. I'm also going to pick an Avenged Sevenfold song, Natural Born Killer off Nightmare.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Legendary.
That's also one of my workout songs. Like, if I hear that song come on, like, I'm giving 110 on that one just because.
There you go. As you should.
Oh, yeah. So
Iconic.
I've started to dive back into, like, listening to Avenged Sevenfold. Not that I took a break from it, but now, like, since I've been working out longer, now that's, like, I need some Avenged Sevenfold.
Nice. I love it. Good for you, dude. Very proud.
Oh, yeah. All right, so just one more. Well, actually, probably two more. Two more fun questions that I have that I've been asking my guests lately. So for this one, if you got into a bar fight and there's 4 people trying to fight you, which 3 musicians, anyone throughout history, dead or alive, would you like in your corner to back you up?
Oh. Okay, Alex Terrible has to be there because have you seen that man? He's terrifying. He is absolutely scary. I mean, like, the other 2, like, could literally just stand in the corner, and if I had Alex Terrible standing in front of me just going, I think I win just automatically, low-key. I mean, the man fought a bear, for Christ's sakes. Come on. I guess for 2 more. I'm trying to think who is the buffest and toughest of them all. Who, like, scares me? Who scares me? That's what I want to know. Maybe either Justin or Chris from Motionless in White. Because I feel like they have that kind of, like, crazy side. Alex Terrible's like, yeah, I'll beat the fuck out of you, bro. And then, like, Chris and Justin are like, I'll cut you out, motherfucker. Like, I feel like they would go, like nuts type crazy. You know what I mean? Feel like, and you know what? For shits and gigs, I feel like Lauren Babick could kick some ass. I feel like she totally could.
That is a solid crew. I would not mess with you guys.
Okay. Thank you. You shouldn't. Especially not with the guy that fought the bear.
Oh no, I'm nowhere near a bear, so I have no shot.
Oh yes.
I have a negative percentage chance of winning.
Damn. Well, you know what? I do too if it wasn't for my posse, I guess.
Well, with who you picked, I don't think you'd have to really do anything. I think you'd be fine.
That's true. Just sit back and relax. I'll just do the yapping.
Yeah, just yell Old Star.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? I'll tell you what though. I always say to people, like, since everybody always asks, like, oh, like, how do you have such a big voice and such a tiny body? I'm 5'2". So everybody always asks me that question, and I'm like, well, you know, you have the tiny body, but the anger is like this big. So you put all that in tiny body, and you know, if somebody rolls up on me in the wrong way, I'll tell you what, if all that pent up anger comes out, they are done. They're done. Not gonna say that because I'm talking shit, because listen, I am tiny, but I could go nuts. I could go nuts, and I pray for the person that pulls that shit.
Well, not saying I'd like to see that happen, but if it did, I would like to at least witness what would happen.
Oh God, no witnesses. No witnesses. I might have to get rid of you if you saw it. I'm just kidding.
I'll just sign an NDA. It's okay. Paperwork. Time up with paperwork.
Sounds good.
All right, so as we're closing out this interview, so obviously Deadlands got the awesome tour coming up, but like, how is like the rest of 2026 looking like for you guys?
Busy. We are recording. We are writing. Hopefully to be releasing sooner than some may think. We're locking in, man. You know, we're not just gearing up for an EP, we're gearing up for an album, and we want it to be the best damn album that has ever been written. We want to be super experimental. Obviously we have the tour and hopefully more to come, so it's gonna be fucking nuts.
Oh, Dev, I'm super excited for you guys. I can really see like the momentum from like 7 and 2025 really building into 2026. So I wish you guys all the best, and hopefully I get to catch you guys at a show as well.
Thank you so much.
But I will leave some links for Deadlands Descriptions podcast. Make sure to see them on the upcoming tour. Be on the lookout for all the exciting things they have for 2026. But Kasey, thank you again for hanging out, chat with me here on Super Cool Radio.
Thank you so much for having me, and I hope you have a great rest of your night.
Thank you as well. For Kasey Karlsen of Deadlands, I'm your host, Matthew Thomas. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Super Cool Radio. And remember, stay frosty.